Good evening and happy Monday. Let's see what this week has in store for you. The first card we have for today is the Tower. The Tower is probably the most feared card in the deck. There's a lot of stigma around the Tower being scary. I don't think it's that scary. I think that sometimes when we're having Tower moments in our life, it tends to be chaotic and maybe a little bit stressful. But what's on the other end of the Tower is, something had to be torn down to rebuild. It wasn't working. Something new is taking its place. So sometimes you have to do a little bit of demolition before something new can take place. Okay. Okay, there's a very fast change in your values. Something shifted the way that you're thinking. You had some kind of awakening here with the Ace of Wands, and we also have the Hierophant. So you've had some kind of spiritual awakening or a change in perspective, an understanding of self, an alignment of values, something along those lines has put you in this different perspective. So you've changed your mind and you're turning things around. You're taking a different direction than you were. So that's what this fast change is. You changed your mind about something major. Maybe something that people never thought they'd see you change your mind about. And you're preparing to do something new with this. So what are you preparing for? Oh my God. Death and rebirth, as well as the Magician. So this brand new start is something that you're ready for. You're aware that you're in this cocoon, that you're about to burst out into this beautiful butterfly and create something out of seemingly nothing. So this shift in perspective has kind of been mind-blowing for you because it's allowed you to see opportunities that you didn't see before. It gave you an idea of where your life was going to go because it's the right time. Oh, it hasn't been the right time before. Oh, I did not see that there. Okay, so we had the Justice card come out, and right behind it was the Three of Wands, and then we had the Hanged Man when I was talking about the timing here. So justice, like, it's all coming about in perfect timing. So you've learned lessons karmically. You were meant to learn the lessons that you learned to get to this point, and now it's time for your life to shift. You figured out what you needed to figure out, and now there's this major shift, and you're probably going to lose some things about your current life. You're looking at a lot of change. You've already planned. You already know what you're going to do, and you're just in the waiting phase. There's something that you have to wait for in order to take full action on this. I'm noticing a lot of like major arcana in this spread, which points to major life themes happening. Okay, what was this major decision about? Breaking a cycle, probably generational cycle. This really could have something to do with the holiday coming up really soon. So you are breaking a generational cycle. Yes. Four of Wands in reverse. You're changing traditions. You are doing things differently than you were taught by your family. You're noticing toxicity in places that you didn't notice it before. And even on a lighter note, you're just doing things differently. You're doing things that fit for you and your life, and not necessarily what everybody else wants of you. Yes, the Moon. So you're following your own internal guidance. Yeah, you've been thinking a lot about this, and it's been scary. It's almost been this like, well, I don't think I could. Like, this is something that we've always done. This is how things have always been done. I can't change things now. I can't do that. That would be crazy. So you've finally gotten past seeing that it would be this big scary thing, and you realize that compromise is a thing. Okay, so changing things altering the way that you do things from how you were brought up, from how you were taught to do things. Like, that is your choice. And it doesn't mean you have to run in the other direction. You know, it's not just black and white. You can compromise. You can make compromises with people. You can work with people. It doesn't have to be me versus you. It can be, let's work together to find a better solution. And you are going to feel drawn in these conversations to repeating those patterns of behavior. So you're going to be drawn to repeating the negative behaviors. You're going to be kind of baited. They're going to want to bait you into some kind of toxic conversation. And it's just not going to fly for you. You are not going to pay any attention. You're going to ignore the snide comments. You're not going to take anything personally. And you are going to create traditions for yourself that you've always wanted. So yes, the High Priestess and the Seven of Wands, you are above this. You are above the toxicity, above the petty arguments. You see the bigger picture in ways that other people aren't capable of seeing it. Therefore, you're taking this responsibility role in these conversations. So you're the one that is setting the tone this year and moving forward. Like, it's up to you. It's me. I'm standing up to these people, and I'm going to say my 2 cents, and I'm going to take lead, because we don't need to communicate the way that we've been communicating. So you're rising above all of it, and you are taking charge going forward. You're setting traditions for yourself and your family, and you're gonna have no regrets doing it. This awakening that you've had recently, it's made you less afraid of all of this going in. So this Tower moment, there's gonna be some friction here. There's definitely gonna be a little bit of friction when it comes to having these discussions, making these changes. There's going to be resistance and friction, but those systems have to collapse if you want to compromise into something healthier. So expect a little bit of a collapse, expect some resistance, prepare yourself for that, and you will be okay. What you do now sets the tone for the future, and future you and future family will appreciate the efforts that you put in today. So good luck, and don't take it too seriously.